Greetings, friends. I usually do these as out-of-theater reviews, but I'm here in my studio and I'm going to give you an out-of-body experience for Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver. Now, I think I should start where I think maybe I owe everyone in the entire world an apology. For you see, I am a Zack Snyder apologist, and after seeing this movie, I think that I should stop apologizing for Zack Snyder. Now, if you're interested in such things as slow motion farming simulation or slow motion, well, let's say, how about you're gonna get people's backstories, but you're gonna get them in flashback after flashback after flashback after flashback until they don't want to do any flashbacks. But then maybe they do another flashback. The pacing on this movie is an absolute disaster. I don't know which one I dislike more, the first Rebel Moon or the second one. I know several of the main characters don't speak until at least 30 minutes into the movie. Very confusing. Not sure how I feel about any of this, except for saddened that I spent time watching it. Will Zack Snyder get a third shot at making Rebel Moon? Well, his plan is to have 5 movies and a TV show. I'm not sure that we should give him any more shots at anything. We now know why it's called The Scar Giver, because she gives him a scar. And when I mean she, I mean the character that I don't remember her name. Aretha Franklin, maybe? Aretha Dune something. And by him, who does she give the scar to? Ed Skrein, I suppose. At least John Hunsu has some lines in this one, because I don't think he had any lines in the first one. Maybe 2 lines. This was confusing at best. I mean, some people will either say that this is the Black Hawk Down of sci-fi, or it's the farming simulator that no one asked for. When I say there are 10 minutes of slow-mo farming montages, I am not kidding you. There is 10 minutes of farming montages, and I found it to be disturbing and look, why are they doing this? The plot mostly makes no sense. I mean, it's a little more coherent than the first one because it's more basic. But there are characters that literally undo things that they said minutes, not even minutes, seconds after they say something. They're like, we've won. The battle is over. There's nothing more to do. No, wait a second. I didn't hear what you just said. But I'm pretty sure the battle is not over. There is more to do. The dialogue is jilted. There is a flag presentation scene. If you are excited about flags and having your friends and family or people or your favorite characters get presented flags, have I got a scene for you. This was almost too much. I almost couldn't take it. I almost couldn't make it through. Could quite possibly be, the first half of this could be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And the second half of it is disjointed, makes very little sense, and is just all around bad. I don't understand why Zack Snyder has been given any more money to make anything. I made a complete turnaround. I like the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. I like 300. I like Batman versus Superman. I will defend those, but this there's no defense for. He's the director of photography. He wrote the story. He helped write the screenplay. This is an abomination to filmmaking, and I don't understand why Netflix did you give him this money. Every other shot in the first quarter of the movie is out of focus. The focus isn't proper. It's confusing. It's disturbing. I don't understand it. Actually, the CGI shots are fine. But any shot that involves people is out of focus. What even happened in this? I do not recommend this movie. I mean, you could watch it and not have seen the first movie and still be like, yeah, this is fine. There's nothing that I needed to see in the first movie. These characters get the same amount of definition in the first movie as they do in the second movie. Maybe they get a little bit more exploration of their motivations, but they're all done in back-to-back flashbacks. So that's a thing that happened. This was a movie that happened. Clown show, as far as I'm concerned. A group of clowns could have made a better movie than this movie. I feel ashamed having watched it and having ever defended Zack Snyder. Again, I apologize. But in the meantime, if you could like and subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it, because I would be happy to do more of this. I would love to give you a deeper dive into Rebel Moon. I mean, we can do this, folks. We can do it together. We can talk about this, because I feel like there's more to explore here, because I laughed through it. So is it so bad that I think it's one of the funniest, laughably bad movies I've ever seen? That's a good question. Something for us to explore later. Again, share, like, subscribe. In the meantime, check out our full-length audio podcast. That is on iTunes. You can also catch the full-length live stream, 7:30 p.m., Friday nights, Eastern Standard Time, here on YouTube. You can also catch us on Rumble. We're everywhere you want to be, except for one place, but we won't talk about it. But in the meantime, do not catch Rebel Moon. I give it probably one of the lowest ratings I've ever given anything. 10 out of 10. Must watch for the hilarities, for the larfs. But again, I'm on to the next one.